Hello everyone and welcome once again to my channel. My name is Michael Odru Asante and I'm a doctoral research fellow at the Department of Government, University of Bergen. Today I'm going to take you through how you can write an award-winning statement of purpose or letter of motivation for your bachelor or master or PhD degree application. If this is something that you are interested in, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, like and share the information with other people who may also be looking for an opportunity like this. Let's get on. Yeah, so guys, in this tutorial, I'm going to take you through two important things. The first one has to do with common mistakes that you can avoid when writing statement of purpose, and the second one has to do with the structure. So there are certain common mistakes that many a times students are refused admission because of those mistakes. The first one has to do with being too generic. Most often you have students writing a statement of purpose which is so generic. You can see that it's similar to what all others are writing. So here I say that avoid using vague or general statements that could apply to any applicant. Instead, focus on specific experiences and skills that set you apart, that makes you different from others. Two, it's also mismatch, not tailoring your statement to the program. Sometimes we are writing statement of purpose, but it is entirely different from what the university or the program is seeking. So it's also very important that you avoid this kind of mismatch between your research interest, your research desire, and what the institution is also looking for. Usually it happens when people mistakenly, maybe you are sending application to several universities and one of them you have applied for maybe economics or something like that. So in your statement of purpose you have stated that, okay, I am very happy or I'll be very delighted to take up this program with your university. But then when you were also doing editing for another university, you forgot to take out these specific names and specific courses out of your statement of purpose. So you ended up sending the same one to a different university. They look at it and they realize that you are applying for public administration, but we see that you are talking about economics, and definitely you are not considered even for admission. Another mistake that you can also avoid is unnecessary details. Sometimes we talk too much. Most often you have students focusing too much on their personal life other than focusing on what set them apart. Telling us about your background experiences that will be very relevant for the program that you are seeking for. You may have very good background, but if it is not relevant to the course that you are applying for, or to the university, or to the department, then you will not be considered for admission. So it's important that you also avoid unnecessary details which are not relevant for your application. Another important thing that you also need to take note of is also poor communication. You have to avoid that. Many a times you have students with very poor communication, and this comes when students try to impress a lot. When you try to impress a lot, you end up communicating poorly. So we don't understand what you are even talking about. Sometimes you have people using, or a lot of students, they think that maybe when you write big grammar or you use, very difficult words, that makes you a better candidate for the program. It doesn't happen like that. When we don't understand, or when universities don't understand what you are or you have written, then they will not consider you for admission. So it's important that you communicate in a way that they understand. Also, make sure that if you also have the language of the program, you can make use of some of the languages. For example, if within mathematics there are mathematical terms, within economics there are economic terms, within public administration or political science there are political science terms. So you make sure that you also ground your statement of purpose on these words, and it helps you a lot. It projects you as somebody who understands the field that you are applying to study. So in this section, we are talking about the writing process, the structure of your statement of purpose or letter of motivation. How is the structure? The first thing that you need to take note of is that you must understand the requirements. Whenever you are applying for admission, read about the department, read about the program, read about the university, read about the faculty. Familiarize yourself with the specific guidelines provided by the institution or the program to which you are applying. This is very important, especially when it comes to word limit, formatting instructions, and any specific questions or prompts that they want you to address. So it's very important. If you don't read about it and you start writing, you may end up writing more than what is required, or maybe using word font that is not acceptable. All these things are provided, so it's important that you read about the requirements. Now, the first part of your statement of purpose is your introduction. It's always important that you begin by introducing yourself. But please take note that it has to be snappy. It has to be short. Don't spend all your, because you have a word limit for your statement of purpose or your letter of motivation. So since you have a word limit, be very careful not to spend all your time introducing yourself. So here you take note and write about things that will be relevant for the program that you are applying for. So begin your statement of purpose with a concise and engaging introduction that highlights your background, including your educational qualifications, your relevant experiences that you have, any achievements or honors that you have acquired. This section should give the reader a clear sense of who you are as a candidate and a potential student. In the next section, you also state your objectives. Very important. Clearly state your objectives, your academic and career objectives. So having spoken a bit or written a bit about yourself and your background, you must also write about your objectives. Clearly state your academic and career objectives. It could be professional, it could be academic. Explain why you are passionate about the field of study that you are applying for and how your previous experiences have influenced your decision. Very important. Discuss any research interest that you know is something that you can also do. Also here is also very important that you connect your background to the program. If you are applying to work or to study masters within political science, and perhaps you have a background, your bachelor's degree is within political science, it's important that you connect that. Look at the topics that you undertook during your bachelor, and then try to connect that to the courses at the department. What are the specific areas that the department or the university focus on? Now, when you know these specific areas, then you try to connect your background to these specific areas. Then also, which is also very important, is that showcase your research or your professional experience. I've said it and I'm repeating that again. So showcase that if you have any professional or academic experiences that are related to what you want to study. Also demonstrate your fit with the program. How qualified are you to be allowed to undertake the program? In summary, when you are writing statement of purpose, so you have your introduction, you have your background, you have also why this course, career goals, why this university, and also conclusion. So here I've made some key points that you need to take note of when you are applying for university and when you are also putting in your statement of purpose. Take note of these things that I've written. Introduction, a short self-introduction, introduce your academic field of interest, explain how and why it interests you in terms of the field that you want to study, your background, your academic background, or the academic background of your previous education, practical experience, industrial experience, additional training that you have acquired, professional experiences if you have any, if you have worked in a professional environment, you can also include that, and also extracurricular and relevant experiences that are related to the field. Why this course? Why do you want to undertake this program? Specify why you want to pursue that program. And then the next part is about career goals that you want to achieve with the study. And then why do you want to study in that university? Maybe you are fond of some of the lecturers, or maybe the reputation of the university. You think that will help you or will enhance your skills within the field. Sometimes you can even quote some of the professors within the university that are known. Then, in conclusion, you sum up what you have written. Everything that you have written, just write a summary of it and emphasize your determination for the program and your determination to complete if you are offered the opportunity. Thank you.